What's up, YouTube? Nolan, aka World Greatest Grandpa here, in response to Zappa 21786, Craig, your 224 subscribers video contest. Congratulations on the 224. I'm new to your videos, but I subscribed as soon as I saw the Talking Heads Fear of Music icon. I knew it was gonna work out, man. But I wanted to show you. I have answers to all three questions. The third one, I might just get on a technicality. So it's up to you, Craig, if you want to include a third entry for me. I won't be insulted either way because it's kind of a stretch. Anyway, so we'll start with Mr. Hall of Fame went out of order, so I'm gonna go out of order. I'm gonna start with the worst. I really didn't have bad luck this year with records, but I showed this one recently. Jonathan Richman and the Modern Lovers. I have this Jonathan Richman and one other left to complete my collection. And the thing that makes me really mad about this is I ordered it off eBay and I got it warped. And the thing that's most frustrating about it is the warp is minimal, but also not minimal. You can see it kind of been there. So first tracks, a little bit of the first tracks on both sides don't play, and other than that, it's a perfect copy. And so having like 99%, 95% of a mint copy of a record, it's almost more frustrating than the entire thing being busted up. So that's the most aggravating, but not that bad because I did get a full refund for it and did not have to return the record. The guy was super nice. Seems like he wasn't normally in the business of selling records, so he just wanted me to keep it. That was great. That was fantastic. This is my answer to number 3, and like I said, it might be a technicality because I did not receive any VCLT because I'm brand new. I've only been here for a couple months, and I haven't sent out any. My entry, however, is I got a good friend of mine, Chris. He's kind of like my main man when it comes to collecting records, and we're always looking out for each other, IRL. And I had mentioned to him, I showed this in a past video. Basically, I mentioned to him that I have a lot of records, and it seems silly that I don't have a copy of Ziggy Stardust. So he showed up one day and was like, "Hey man, I was shopping. I saw this for a few bucks. It's pretty beat up, but I figured this could at least, do the trick until you got a better copy." And I'll definitely be looking for a better copy. But at the moment, I ran this through a VPI machine, and it actually sounds really, really good. So Chris, my man, he makes videos, but he makes them private, and so me and only a couple people can see him. I'm trying to get him on the, I'm trying to get him more involved, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so that may count, they may not. I consider it a love train of some sort, but not in that way. And then I picked out 3 records that were my biggest scores. 2012 was one of my best years for records because I had a lot of good steady work, and in the nature of work that I do, I work for a lot of independent businesses. I do a lot of commission-based stuff, a lot of tips-based stuff, gigs. I play music. Like, some years are good, some years are not. So, I was able to buy a lot of really cool records this year that will tide me over, like right now when I'm broke as crap. So, the first one I showed in the last video, this was really cool. This is Patti Smith bootleg, and I won't spend long on this because, like I said, it's in my last final update. But found this in a lot of live bootlegs, basically off of Craigslist, and it's autographed. That's too awesome, and the bootleg's great. So that's quite a find. This one, not a straight up kind of like find it in a record shop, have a heart attack, can't believe you see it there for that price store to buy. But this is, to me, I got this for a good deal. I've been looking for this record for a long time. I sold a couple of 7 inches on eBay, and I used the money from that because they made about 30 bucks a piece. I used the money from that to buy Arthur Russell's World of Echo, which is one of the first record store day releases. This is from 2011, and I think that was probably the first record store day, if not 2010. I can't remember. But this originally came out in 2005, was reissued by Rough Trade in 2011, and this is I love this record. And so basically, I paid a total of $1 for those 2 7 inches that I sold for 30 a piece. So basically, I got this for $2. Paid 60 for it, and it's incredible. Voice, cello. If you're familiar with Arthur Russell at all, you know about this record. This is one of his best, right up there with Calling Out of Context, and it's just obviously a different take. This stuff's a lot more ambient, a lot more introspective. Just very good. Sounds amazing. There's one more Arthur Russell record, Another Thought. I'm really waiting for them to press. They've been pressing some stuff lately, so especially for record store days. So hopefully they keep up the tradition. This next one, easily my favorite find. This record, this band, XTC, one of my favorite bands. Hugely influential on me as a musician and a songwriter. And to find this record, it's my stepdad doesn't. He thinks it's silly that this is the record that got me into XTC, but this came out in 2000, right when I was in high school, right when I was, making those musical discoveries that would last for a lifetime. And this is the record that really stuck with me. XTC Wasfar Apple Venus Volume 2. And this is a record that's, I believe it's basically B-sides to Apple Venus 1, which is also very hard to find. It goes for $80 to $200 sometimes when I see it. This came out in 2000 afterwards, and like I said, mostly B-sides. Just Andy Partridge and Colin Moulding on this. But all of these songs are just, I think some people think this might be like one of their weaker records. I really, aside from their first 2 records, I don't think that they have weak records. But that's obviously a bias that I have. This is double LP, just in perfect shape. Perfect shape. Love the labels on here. I listen to this on the bus to school like almost every day. And I would say, out of all records, this might be the one that informs like my songwriting, my approach to pop music the most, easily. And this says $12 on here, but I actually got it for $10. So it was a friend with the owner of the antique store that I found this, and I found this in an antique store. And if you're familiar, obviously I've seen this go for as low as 30 bucks. I've seen it go for as high as 120, 130. And to find it in, Podunk, North Carolina, was just amazing. So I nearly fainted when I found this. This is just a big, big record for me. And I know it's a weird one in their catalog for it to be the case, but this is it, man. Last track, Wheel in the Maypole. Cannot deny that. You can deny some of the questionable drum programming, but anyway, I'm not here to really go crazy talking about the music. I'm just showing off my answers to a pretty straightforward contest from Craig. Zappa 71286. Did I get those numbers right? I'm gonna look over here. 21786. Slight dyslexic answer. Anyway. Congrats, Craig, on the subscribers once again. Glad to be privy to your video updates now, and I'll talk to you soon. Y'all take it easy.